Hello and welcome here to my blog. This is one of my first ever blog posts, and I'm Ray from the blog site explorer.com, and I'm gonna try and give you some tips in the field of photography and travel. And today's post is: what will I bring when I'm going to the Octoberfest? What's in my camera bag in 2 weeks? So, let's start. First off, I'll start with the bag. I think having the right equipment is only as good as what bag you bring. And this is the bag I'm going to bring. I'm not going to show it too much. This is a Think Tank Retrospective 20. It looks like this. It's an absolutely fantastic bag. You see, I've chosen the green color. It's quite nice, and it looks like it's a standard shoulder strap bag. It is quite deep, as you can maybe get a feeling of, and the reason is one of the lenses I'm going to bring. And this is the bag I use when I'm going street photography. And since I'm going to Munich on the Octoberfest in Germany, I'm thinking that what primarily I will be shooting is either people in the streets, like street photography, or I will be doing architecture and these kind of things of the town itself. So, what's in my camera bag? First off, I'll start with some of the, maybe what I should say, accessories. First off, this is very important when it comes to planning every trip. This is the top 10 things to do in Munich. This is a Norwegian travel guide. You can find this everywhere. I think that is very nice to have, and that goes into my bag. That is like the first thing. The second thing is, of course, is a notepad and a pen. Of course, even in digital age, it's important to have these kind of things, and I just have it to take different kinds of notes and so on. And if I want to, like for instance, have a picture of the day, I have it on my blog. I just write out where I took different kinds of things if it's something really interesting. In the same kind of categories, I also have some business cards and so on that I bring with me. That is kind of obvious. So let's go to the camera gear. First off, I'm a DSLR man, and what I will be using, especially in daytime, is my Canon full frame. I have several, but what I will be bringing is my Canon 6D. No particular reason. I also have a Canon 5D, but I just like that. And it's kind of heavy, and as you probably can see, I also have the battery grip, which probably means that I won't need to charge it too many times over the part of the Thursday to Sunday I'm gonna be in Munich, so it's kind of prepared. Another little detail, I haven't brought it here, but as you probably can see, you have a R-strap mount here. When I bring it into town, I carry it with the R-straps. I will probably come back to that in another video later. I'm a big fan of that. That's my first off. So what lenses do I bring? I bring 2 lenses. I have several, but since it's architecture and or people I'm gonna shoot, I will be bringing 2 lenses. The first lens I will bring is this one. This is a Sigma 12 to 24mm wide angle. It's not very much talked about, but as you can see, it looks almost like a fisheye, and it's almost actually a fisheye, but the lens is straight. It doesn't give this very vignetting, it doesn't give this very distortion in the picture, and it's quite fantastic, and it uses an open space and so on. It's just brilliant, and I really enjoy shooting it on 12mm if it's possible indoors or even in open spaces, because you get so much information. The only thing, it isn't all this. It doesn't take all that light. It's from 4.5 up to 5.6, so it's best used in day, but still it's a magnificent lens. The other lens I bring from a DSLR is this one. This is the very famous Canon 2.8, Canon 70 to 200 2.8 L lens with IS. It's a beast of a lens. It weighs quite a lot, it's quite heavy, but it's sturdy, it works, and it takes fantastic images. And on a full frame, it's just perfect. And for most circumstances, I won't need ever to think about having to go over 200 millimeters. And when it comes to the bag, like I mentioned earlier, the retrospective bag, it is actually deep enough to have the 200 millimeter mounted on my Canon full frame camera, and it still covers it up nicely. So the aspect of actually looking more like a tourist and not like a photographer when I'm on the streets in an unknown town is a nice benefit of it. I also will be bringing two other cameras. First off, if I am in situations like in a crowded square or something where it might not be the best solution, either because of people or because of maybe security and safety and so on, to bring a large camera, I have this. This is the Fujifilm X100S, which came out like last year or something like that, and it's a 35mm equivalent fixed frame point and shoot or mirrorless camera. As you can see, it has a retro look, it has been well spoken about, it takes fantastic images, it just looks great. I find it brilliant. It's very easy to use, and another nice thing about it is that it almost doesn't make a sound when you actually take a picture. Let me just show you. Now I actually took one picture, you can't hear it, comparing to DSLR, which actually takes a lot of pictures all the time. So that is those are the main cameras, the DSLR and the Fuji. But I also have one little special extra camera which I will bring because I'm going with a lot of friends, and we are probably going to go out, and we're going to go to the big beer halls of Munich and looking at and enjoying the party. This is an Olympus Tough. This is a point and shoot, a rather cheap one. You can get it for a couple of $100, something like that. A rather cheap one, but it says to be waterproof, shockproof, dustproof, and all of these things. And in these kind of circumstances, it can be nice to have. And also the image quality is fair. Especially, I mainly publish my work on my blog and so on. I do it a lot for fun and so on. So it's a lot of good enough quality. So I don't have to worry all that much even to get it stolen. Or even if I should spill some beer on it, or some water, or anything else liquid or dusty or something like that. It's quite nice in that respect. Okay, so that is the camera gear I'm going to bring. What in addition I'm going to bring is two things. Of course, always bring your cables, your chargers and these kind of things, and of course your batteries, or like your cards. Because I have different systems, I will have to bring all these three cameras here run SD. It was a bit stupid of me to bring a CF, but it was just to show. Here we have an SD card. I will have to bring several of them. In addition, I will also bring this one. This isn't very famous. This is a color space hyperdrive color space UDMI 2. I bought it a couple of years ago, and it's an external backup drive. What is cool with this, I think, is that this is a 750 gigabyte hard drive. You can now see I turn it on. And this hard drive actually allows me to import images directly from, if you see on top here, you have a CF card reader. If you see here, you have an SD card reader. You have some other slots, you have a USB drive, and so on. You have a lot of different things here. And not in addition to importing them on the device, you can actually look at the photos on handle. So if you're shooting in RAW or in JPEG, or even if you're shooting in RAW, you can still see that the images are there. This is a very nice way to take backup. And it's very portable because I will take a lot of pictures. I will take, as you can see, probably use 2 or 3 cameras. and I can store it all here, and I can have it systematically. So I'm a big fan of that. In addition, of course, nothing is more annoying than having to bring, like standing in the middle of a place wanting to take some pictures, and you can't because you have dust on your lens or something like that. So I have a lens pen with me. It's a very nice little handy little thing here with like a brush in one end and this circular shape for removing dust. I seldom use that one, but it probably has a purpose. And I also have this little Canon thing which has a lens cloth, which is very nice. It also have some chemicals for cleaning, and it also have a little bit larger brush if I need. So please leave some comments below if you have any questions, and please subscribe to my blog at explorerray.com. Thank you. Until next time, bye.